Christmas, and indeed any winter festival of lights and presents, is a magical time. Friends and family get together to share food, wine, often lots of wine, and exchange presents. Children are excited, adults are often wildly distracted, trying to make everything perfect for the family, and the house is full of strangers eating, drinking, and being very, very merry. Despite all of this fun and enjoyment, however, this is a time when the majority of dog bites in the home occur. And in most of these cases, the victims are children. With a little bit of thought, it isn't difficult to see why. And thankfully, with this knowledge, it's really easy to prevent. Firstly, the children are off school and at home, often with lots of their friends around. And not only that, they're wildly excited. Christmas is coming. The dog's usual predictable home is a scene of upheaval. There are things everywhere. Tinsel and glitter seem to cover everything. And more to the point, someone's brought in a tree. And unlike any other tree, the dog's forbidden from touching it, chewing it, and weeing on it appears to be a very definite no-no. There are unexpected visitors to the house, and while the children really wish Auntie Maud wouldn't kiss and hug them, that's nothing compared to the dog's view on this. And once she hits the sherry, well, hey, all bets are off. And to cap it all, the weather isn't great. So the dog is probably getting less physical exercise than usual. And the adults all seem to be running around doing all kinds of things that don't include the dog, or even seem to remember the dog even exists. Most dogs can cope with the temporary craziness of Christmas, and many actually enjoy it, but for a surprisingly large number, it's stressful and it's worrying. In the nightmare before Christmas scenario, the dog is under-exercised, overstimulated, under-supervised, and over-threshold. This is just an accident waiting to happen. So how can you make sure you all have a Merry Christmas? Well, first, remember the dog's needs don't stop for the festive season. Make sure they get enough exercise, stimulation, and indeed your attention, as they do at every other time of the year. Try to keep your dog's routine the same as always. It's easier for a dog to cope with the unexpected if they have predictability for all the rest of the time. Supervise all interactions between children and dogs. That's your own children as well as strange ones. And if you can't, use baby gates to keep them separate, or just keep the dog with you all the time. Watch out for any signs your dog might be getting stressed. Dogs can't tell you when they're beginning to feel worried, so you need to look out for their telltale signs. This might be as subtle as licking their lips, yawning, showing the whites of their eyes, or just trying to move away. Or it might be more obvious signals, such as tension, looking worried, lowered body language, or just attempts to hide away from all the craziness. Don't let anyone, child or adult, handle your dog roughly or inappropriately. No grabbing, no hugging and kissing, and no rough play. And this is especially important when alcohol is involved, as from a dog point of view, drunk people behave very unpredictably. Have a safe space too for your dog where they can go and not be disturbed. Use this space anytime things get a bit chaotic, noisy, or you just can't supervise your dog. And make sure the dog has a special treat to make their den feel like somewhere they really want to be, and not as if they're locked away from all the fun. Perhaps the most important thing you can do, however, is just make sure you have some dog time every day. Time when you forget about the madness of the season and you just focus totally on your dog, making sure you give them what they need to be healthy and happy. This is the very best Christmas present you can give your dog, your time and your love.